Hello guys, welcome to Networkers Home. My name is Siddhanshu Kapoor. Today I'm going to start the second lecture of Microsoft Azure Fundamental Series. The exam code of this series is AZ900. So let's start the second lecture guys. In this lecture, we need to understand core Azure services. Core Azure services, in this we need to understand we have four core Azure components we talk about in this lecture. Number one is Azure region. Second is resource groups, third availability zones, and fourth is ARM, Azure Resource Manager. So if we talk about Azure regions, so as you can see that Azure has 60 plus regions all over the world. Now what is the meaning of regions over there? Regions means Azure provides their facility in so many countries in the world. So it has total 60 plus regions. If I showing you, so as you can see that Azure regions, I have 60 plus regions worldwide and 150 available in 140 available in 140 country regions. Okay, so now you can see that, so it's covered total 140 countries. So now you can see that we have, see, in West US to West Central US, West US. So these are the regions and countries. So in US they have so many regions: West US, Central US, West Central US, West US, West US 2. So this is North Central US, East US, East US 2, South Central US, US Gulf Texas. So this is so in USC you can see that they have so many regions. Okay, like in India also. In India they have Central India, South India. Okay, Southeast Asia, Central India, South India, West India, like this. Okay, in Africa they have South Africa, North, South Africa, West, like this. Brazil, South. They have so in total they have 60 plus regions worldwide and 140 countries they cover till now. So this is called regions. So you can say that in these all the regions you have, or you can use Azure functionality. Now the second thing we need to understand Azure resource groups. Now what is the meaning of Azure resource group over there? Now resource group, it's a logical container to contain the Azure resources. Now I hope you remember that in lecture 1 I discussed about all the IaaS and PaaS and SaaS services. Like imagine now, if I want to create virtual machines in Azure, or if I want to create virtual networks, if I want to create storage, Azure storage, if I want to create Azure database. So if I create any resource in the Azure, I need one resource group to contain the resource. So it means that like if I have one resource group, so we can contain so many services in that, or so many resources in that. It doesn't mean that every resource we need a one resource group. No, we can create one resource group and we can add multiple resources. Or you can say that you can create multiple resource groups as well. Like imagine that I can create one resource group to contain virtual machines. I create one resource group to contain storage, Azure storage services or Azure storage accounts. I need to create one resource group to contain, you can say, databases. Okay, I need to contain one resource group to I create one resource group to contain virtual networks. So you can say that. So like this, you can say you can create your resources, or what you can do, you can create only one resource group and you can add multiple resources as well. Like imagine I can create one resource group. Resource group name is infrastructure services, and I can add a virtual machine also, VNet also, virtual networks also, storage accounts also. Okay, so like this also we can go for that. So resource group is a kind of logical container. So remember one thing, whenever you're going to create resource in Azure, or you can say that when you're going to create resources in Azure, we need at least one resource group. Okay, in that we need to contain the resources. The next one we have availability zone. Now what is availability zone? Availability zone provides you HA. Now what is the meaning of HA over there? High availability. It offering you high availability that protects application and data from data center failures. Okay, now imagine that. Let's see the example. Like imagine that I have 3 virtual machines in my network. I create 3 virtual machines in my Azure. Now I put all 3 virtual machines in my East US location. I already told you we have East US region. As you can see that we have East US region. So here it is, here it is East US region. So I can create one resource group in East US and I can save all my virtual machines in East US region. Okay, now what happens in that case? What happens? Where I can place my virtual machines. Okay, so in that East US region, we have so many data centers. It's not like that we have only one data center. Microsoft has so many data centers in one region. Like if my one data center is down, the second data center is there to provide the resources. Okay, like if I'm showing you the example, like you can see that like we have, this is my one East US region. You can see that this is the East US region in Azure. Okay, now in that we have so many data centers. Like imagine in that Azure has 4 data centers. Number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4. We have 4 data centers in this region. Here is data center 1, data center 2, data center 3, data center 4. We have 4 data centers. Now some user is accessing this. Like imagine I am a local user. Okay, with the help of Azure services, I'm going to create. This is my I'm a user. You can see that. With the help of Azure services or Azure portal, I'm creating 3 virtual machines. Okay. Now imagine that all 3 virtual machines. I'm creating 3 virtual machines over there. So I have how many? I have 3 virtual machines, VMs. Okay. Now all these 3 VMs are saved in this data center. You can say that data center 1. Okay. Now what happens? Imagine that this data center has down. You can say that. So these VMs automatically moves to data center 2. If my data center 2 is down, so these VMs automatically moves to data center 3 like this. So it means Azure provide you 99.9% high availability. How much? 99.9% high availability. Okay. So Azure provides you how much? 99.9%. So you can we can write over there 99. Stop it. Yes. 99.9% HA. That gives you 99.9% HA. It means they gives you that much amount of HA. It means your resources are available 99.9%. Okay, so it means there is no hardware failures in that. If there is hardware failure in the Azure data center, so your resources automatically move to another data centers. It's automatically synchronized to other data centers like this. The next one we have ARM. ARM is what? ARM is known as Azure Resource Manager. Azure Resource Manager. It's a tool that allows you to work with all Azure resources. Okay. Now you can see that if you want to create virtual machines in Azure, if you want to create network resources, network services, you want to create virtual networks, you want to create storage accounts, you want to create database. So where you want to create it? With the help of this portal. So ARM is a portal, you can say that. Okay, it's a Azure portal or Azure tool, you can say that. Okay, Azure tool. With the help of this tool, I first log in my Azure portal, and after that, with the help of this ARM tool, we can create virtual machines. Okay, so if we talk about tools, so we have 2 tools. One is ARM Azure tool. Okay, and we can call it, one is ARM and second is Classic. We have Classic also. So it's a old portal, you can say that. Now we are using ARM, the new one. Okay, previously we used Classic portal through which we can create virtual machines. Okay, but that's what we have, a 4 main core components, core Azure components, you can say that. Okay, so these are the 4 main core components. Number 1 is Azure regions. Okay, Azure regions, Azure groups, availability zones, and ARM, Azure Resource Manager. I hope you understand this. That's it for this video, guys. Thank you for watching.